everybody. It's Georgia Rose, and I'm in the soul space. Welcome. I feel like it has been a crazy week. I feel like the weekend was 5 minutes long. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like everything's so speeded up, and that's because we're in April and it's Aries energy. So tonight I feel a little talky. So if you want to call in and chat, we'll put the number up in a little bit. Just want to kind of get the lay of the land and see where we're at right now with the energy. So going to talk a little bit about that. And of course, we have to share the show. So if you guys are out there watching, if you can share the show, that would be really awesome. I would absolutely love, love, love that. Let me see who's on right now. Hold on, because I am going to share the show too. So we got it all going on all around here. Okay. So I hope you guys are all having a really awesome, awesome, awesome time. And enjoying your week thus far. Well, it's only Monday though, right? So thinking about the energy, really everything's just so speeded up, not even just busy in our daily lives, but also, just in our minds. Like I find my mind, I'm like ruminating, I'm buzzing around, going a million miles a minute, just really a very speeded up time. So a couple of things before we get started. I want to talk a very little bit about the astrology tonight, not too much. And I want to fix my hair because it's always sticking up on that side in this camera. I don't know why. And hope everyone's laughing out there. I want to see who's on. Let's see. Oh, we got Joanne. We got Christine Faye and Janine and Monica. Okay, well, tell all your friends to come on too. Hey, everybody. So I have to tell you, so many things have been going through my head about this energy. And I wanted to do the show tonight, a little opening of the show, and then we'll get to cards. I wanted to do a little bit about living in this crazy world and living really well in this crazy world. Thank you, Linda, for sharing the show. Love you. So we're all, I think, feeling a little bit of an overwhelm right now. It's almost as though not only is everything speeded up, but things keep happening that we probably before these times would have thought was really kind of impossible, right? So the impossible has become possible. It's almost as though the words never and always don't exist anymore because nothing is always, and there's no such thing as never because it's all happening, right? What is that game the kids play, Never Did I Ever? So I want to talk a little bit about how to cope with that kind of energy, and I came up with a couple of things, a couple of pointers. So, hey, Elaine, I'm just saying hi to everybody. So if you are out there and you've got something you want to talk about as far as what this energy is feeling like for you, just call into the show. Bobby will put the number right up on the screen, and we'll get going, I think the number is, I can maybe remember it now after being here. There it goes right on the screen. So this overwhelm that we're feeling, I think we're coming off 2 years of, all these challenges with the pandemic and all this stuff. And it's made us very fragile because I know I was feeling that way. I'm feeling a little less that way now. But I know for a few weeks, I was really feeling more or less fragile and tender, like I was really taking a lot of things to heart. And, that I had a few things happen, those of and the dog passed away and some other things. I got COVID for after 2 years of not getting sick. So it was a lot of things. But even prior to that time, I started to feel very tender and I would take things personally and start to really take energy from people and kind of internalize it and almost get tied into it. And so I want to talk a little bit about that tonight because one of the things that I've learned on my journey and I've learned from some of my own mentors is the danger, and I want to use that word sparingly, but I will use that word because it really is true in this case, of taking on other people's karma and getting entangled in other people. And I think we're in such a heightened state of sensitivity, which is, starting to dissipate a little bit. I think the energy is really moving into new territory now. So that whole 2020, 2021 energy is getting a lot easier for us now, easier for us to deal with. But I do think that we still have some sensitivity and nerves and anxiety, etc., especially with what's going on in the world now. It's very tumultuous. But I feel like we're also in our personal lives getting very tied in and entangled with things that maybe aren't ours to be entangled with. I'll give you an example, like personal relationships, romantic relationships, familial, your family relationships. Sometimes someone will say something to you and it's a pattern and it triggers something, but I feel like we're all in a very heightened state of reaction right now. And I think it's coming off these 2 years of real stress. And now we have new stresses, right? So there's a couple of things we can do when we find ourselves getting entangled in others' karma. But I have to say to you and tell you why I feel that is actually dangerous to do when you get entangled. When we enable someone to stay on a path that's not good for them, and it could be anything from, we have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a friend that is, just really has some personality problems, like maybe they talk a lot, or maybe they're really nervous or anxious all the time, and you have a tendency to kind of tell them everything's going to be okay, but you're really kind of tired of listening to it. You're seeing other people around you be, avoiding them because they're negative. And you still are their friend, and you're still like telling them what they want to hear, and you're still kind of jumping in their boat, so to speak. That's getting entangled with someone's karma that might not be your karma. Maybe it's someone with a financial problem or someone who's going through a breakup, and you empathize with them to the point where you're sympathizing with them, and now you're becoming that energy. You're allowing yourself to be tied in, to be entangled in it. And the danger of that is that when we do those things, even on a small scale, but especially when we do them on a larger scale, like when we're helping someone to promote their addiction more, or we're helping someone keep their bad habit up. Someone's a shopaholic and they keep running up their credit cards and we keep helping them out. Maybe our parent or our child or sibling. What we're doing is we're taking on that person's karma. We think we're helping, but we're actually like taking on their energetic imprint and their energetic lessons and taking them onto ourselves in order to try and make their journey better. And when we do that, we start to change our own fate. We start to change the things that are going to happen in our life and the way they're going to happen to us, because now we're taking on that energy. For instance, maybe you're pretty successful, but you have a couple of friends who are really not very successful and they have financial problems. And you don't want to, rub it in their face that you're doing really well. So every once in a while when you go out to dinner, you keep picking up the tab. And the dinner conversation is more about how, oh yeah, I understand. I was there. I remember when I didn't have enough money to buy milk and I was looking in my pockets for change. And you become that energy. Well, don't be surprised if you keep doing that, and all of a sudden you find you have financial problems. That's the danger of taking on someone else's karma. We show the universe that we like being in that energy, and then the universe will give us that. So what's the answer? The answer is not to ditch those people and cancel them like the culture says to do these days. The answer is to be who you authentically are in their presence, if you're in that situation, like the analogy we're using about someone who's financially not doing great, don't jump in their boat. Be who you are. Tell them how you got to where you are. Stay in your energy, your karma, what you are. Don't take on and get entangled in other people's karma. And we do that a lot, especially now. I'm noticing that there are a tremendous amount of souls passing out of this lifetime, 2- and 4-legged. The amount of pets that I've seen pass away on social media just in the last week is overwhelming. But what we don't want to do is take on the energy of those losses. We have our own losses that we deal with. We don't want to take on the losses of other people and be in grief, because that weakens our immune system and also brings us more grief. So we want to be empathetic, not sympathetic all the time. We want to maybe know how that person's feeling and do something to try and elevate them or boost their energy. And I think part of the overwhelm that we're feeling right now out there in the universe energetically is because I think we're taking on a lot of karma and entangling ourselves in a lot of places that we really don't belong. Watching the news media and getting tied into the atrocities that are happening all over the world, you can't help but do that. But you have to shut that off at some point and live your life. You can send love to that energy. You can be love and send it there. But you can't walk around all day feeling poorly and being in suffering, because then that's the energy of karma that you're creating in your life. So the rule number one in this energy, if you're feeling overwhelmed, is take a look and just think about if is there anything I need to be detangled from. It's almost like I have an area in my backyard where my neighbors put a fence. She planted a fence, and the strangling vine, we call it here in the Northeast. It's like, a vine that wraps itself around everything living and chokes it. That's almost like karma that you take on that you don't need. It's going to choke your life. So wherever you are, try and be more of an observer. Allow yourself to see what comes and have compassion, have empathy, but don't get entangled in it to the point where it's strangling your roots and now you're not living your own life and being who you need to be. And that's, I think, is really good energy in this current energy crisis that we're in, is what I'm going to call it. There's a lot of crazy energy in the world. So that's really good advice for the energy. And I'm going to actually take that advice myself this week and kind of give myself my own advice, right? So another thing that I think adds to our overwhelm and adds to our ability not to keep moving at a good pace and, being circular or just having issues in our life is we have a tendency, and I think a lot of us have been taught conditionally to, no matter what's going on, just keep on going. Never let them see you sweat, don't get weak, keep going strong, etc. And I think that when we do that, we become more disconnected, because when we keep on pushing and keep on pushing, and we don't take a few minutes just to sit with our energy and see, what we're feeling, what are our feelings, where did they come from? Every once in a while, even throughout the day, breathing, for 5-10 seconds even, and just taking your energy down and trying to really focus and be fully present is so important for our feelings. And I think that's the most important type of self-care we can do, because when we're overwhelmed and nervous and anxious and stressed about externals, and we forget to just go within and go within and go within as much as we can, I think what happens is we become more and more separated. And we need to really feel our emotions and be in our emotions in order to find our power. I always found my power is in my emotions. When I really take a few steps back and go within and think about what I'm feeling and really get in touch with that, like now I'm more powerful because I kind of have a direction. I have a ground, So that would be the second thing, is if you're feeling even irritable, these days we're all feeling out of body a lot. We're feeling really spacey. That's where the planets are aligned, that Neptune-Jupiter conjunction that perfects on April 12th. It's already in play big time. Jupiter is moving towards Neptune. Starting today, it's really closing in. It's going to make us feel spacey. It's going to make us want to imagine everything. It's going to make us almost go into fantasy. But it makes us feel like we can do anything. But should we? Take a step back. Go based on what your intuition and your emotions are telling you. It's really funny because before we started the show today, Bobby just had this Bobby's my producer. He had this really optimistic, happy look on his face. And I said, "What's going on? You look really optimistic." And he said, "That's a good word for it." And he told me how he was envisioning his goals throughout the studio today and throughout life. Hope I'm not over talking, Bob. And so that is so powerful and so in line with the energy right now in the world, like so on point. Neptune in Pisces, especially with Jupiter closing in a conjunction with it, is complete imagination. And if you think about visionary things and visualization and imagination, everything that we ever have brought into our reality had to be imagined first. So that's why imagination and visualization is so, so important. So feel more, go within, create that space to imagine, and then take action. Don't take action just flying off the hip and, reactionary. In this energy, especially with a lot of all these planets in Aries and Pisces energy, imagination, action, we can really misstep and misspeak. So you really want to follow those kind of steps. Feel, move the energy. Sometimes when we're in those feelings and we start to really go in and get in touch with ourselves, we might feel heaviness in this planet right now. We might feel depression. We might feel detachment. When you're feeling those things, move energy. How do you move energy? Exercise, walk, move around, cook a meal because it engages your five senses. Another really great thing to do is music. Music moves energy. Play really beautiful music, happy music, upbeat music to move your energy through your body. And then once you do that, just kind of be in introspection, create the space for imagination and visualization, and then take action. The last thing I want to say about this energy, and then we'll go to cards, is these are times when we're very uncomfortable. You know, sometimes I wake up in the night, my body just feels uncomfortable for no reason. Or sometimes I just feel irritated for no reason. It's because we are all in transformation. The universe is asking us to change big time right now. You can see the playouts in the global stage of light versus dark, the things that are going on in our own life. We're being pushed to elevate, evolve, and escalate our lives to a full potential. People are quitting jobs, quitting relationships at the drop of a hat because they're getting these intuitive responses of wanting to do something differently, feeling their soul purpose. I always say go slow, tread carefully, don't throw everything out. But at the same time, we're feeling discomfort, we're feeling irritable at times. That's because we are being transformed. We're in a place in the world where there's more light than there has ever been. And that's why we're feeling all these uncomfortable emotions and this irritation and this overwhelmed. That's why we feel fragile and tender. It's all of this energy pushing on us all the time. For some of us, we have physical symptoms, tinnitus, vertigo, upset stomachs, headaches. It's all the energy coming in from the planet. But what I want you to remember is when you feel that discomfort, know that it's because something is about to change. Most of the times we are the most uncomfortable in our life right before the breakthroughs come. So don't resist it. Flow with it. Flow with it. Really just let your body relax, surrender, and flow with what irritation or discomfort comes. And know and have faith that that is when the breakthrough is coming in, that you're so close to a breakthrough when we're in those uncomfortable times. And also remember when you feel the darker energy that's on the planet right now, there's a lot of death, there's a lot of transitioning, there's a lot of very ego-based, might is right energy. When you start to feel that coming in, remember that those energies also create a tremendous amount of compassion. I saw today, I watch the news for 10 minutes every day, that's all. And I saw today about some of the war crimes and atrocities that have been happening in certain parts of the world. Things like that happen in a lot of the world. They're just not always in the headlines. And sometimes as sensitives or intuitives, we'll pick that up. Remember that that energy also creates compassion and empathy and love, because when you feel those things, you want to help. You want to send love. You want to raise your vibration to a higher level. That's why those emotions, that's why those energies are in the world. So just remember that when you feel that darkness and you get to that place of overwhelm, to go into that compassion, that beautiful love, and know that we all have so many things that are beautiful and beautiful for us. So energy is really like a wave right now. I will tell you that it's like the waves in Hawaii. You're working those tubes and we're in and out. That's the energy right now. April is going to be an uncomfortable month that way, but it's also a very optimistic month. So just, no, flow with it. Don't resist it, right? What happens when you resist a wave? You end up on the bottom. It takes you under. But if you flow with it, you're going to ride it for a little while until you get to shore. So just think of that. So we're going to do some cards, and I am going to look up my comments, see what's going on. Hey, Carrie Ann, it's nice to see you. Donna, yes, Donna always says she's riding her wave. Everybody send some love to Donna. She just started chemo back up, and she's feeling good about that because she missed a couple of weeks while she was healing from an injury. And you can call in and ask me anything tonight. Call in and just chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what bugs you. Let me know what makes you feel great. Love to hear it. Last week, no one called into the show. I felt so bad and lonely. Come on, guys, call in. 516-945-9090. I need to hear your sweet little voices in the soul space. All right, so every morning I hear the most beautiful voice. You know what it is? It's my morning dove. For the last, I guess I've been living in my house almost 20 years now. Yeah, I'm an old fart. And every morning I always know when it's spring because the morning dove comes back every year and I hear his beautiful cooing in my window. And for those of you who have doves in your home this time of year and you hear them in the morning, you'll usually hear them in the dawn and in the dusk. And those doves are spiritually They mean renewal. They mean rebirth. They mean regeneration. And how appropriate is that more than ever with the energy that's going on in the world now? So don't dwell on the death. There's a lot of death, I have to say. I hate going on social media. Every day someone else passes. It's hard. It's really hard. A lot of animals passing, but don't dwell in that space. Go into the space of rebirth and rejuvenation. That's what this time of year is all about for us. So who am I pulling cards for? Let me see. I'm going to go in order today. Hey, I have all these people on. So Christine says, what is she saying here? I've been a robot being there for my mom. Yeah, her mom is sick. Can everyone send some love out to Christine's mom? She's been in the hospital trying to figure out some things and diagnostics, and I know the whole family's been really upset. And let's just all take a minute, and if you can, hit your heart emoji, everybody. Just want to send some hearts out to everybody in the world right now. We have so many people really in transition, struggling with health issues, struggling with family problems. A lot of energy heightened in this this time frame. So really, really, let's try and send out a bunch of hearts to everybody. Just raise the vibration and just put all that love out into the world, because that is really what the Zenkuda Soul Space is about. And anybody else that feels like they really need our prayers right now, I'm just going to send you the energy of triumph over whatever conflicts you are having, because it is impermanent. You know, I had this conversation earlier with somebody, and we were talking about how we rue and we dislike the fact that things sometimes move very quickly and we want them to last. But boy, when we're going through a challenge, we're so glad that time passes quickly, right? Never seems to when we're in that. But just know that everything about life is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. None of us are here permanently. We're all going to transition at one point. And nothing that we have, that we relate to, that we are attached to, is permanent. So enjoy it while you have it. Live in the beautiful moment of that loving space, and let it go if it's not going to serve you anymore. So first card is, everybody sending prayers to Mom. First card's going to be, hey, Linda DeMore, I love you. First card's going to be for Janine. She was the first one on tonight with Monica. So I'm going to do Janine and just looking to see if anybody has a question or anything tonight. If you have a question, you can put it in. Hi, Jackie. I know Jackie called me today. I am going to be back at yoga. Today was the first day I really felt my energy back between, just going to tell you guys, I had COVID. It really wasn't that bad. It was like a flu. But the aftermath, I was so tired. And then I had like 3 different dental emergencies. So that zonked me and just stuff, you know. So, okay, here we go. For you, Janine Jamali. Janine, you have the Judgment card. I don't know if Bobby's got a camera on the table. The Judgment card is actually not what it seems in tarot. And I'm hoping when I pull cards like this, it also helps you guys to learn a little bit about the cards in tarot. Bobby, can we have a camera on the table? There you go. He's so good. I love my producer, Bobby. If you will never find a studio better than Paradise Studios in Massapequa. He is the best. And Thursday and Friday nights, you can come on down here in Massapequa. He's got music and open jams and concerts and all kinds of stuff going on. Back on now that COVID's gone. So, Janine, for you, I got the Judgment card. Judgment card is not what it really appears to be. When everyone sees this, they always see the people coming out of the grave, and they're like, oh my God, what does this mean? Am I going to die? Am I going to get judged? No, the Judgment card is a card of rebirth. It's also a card of health. You see the red cross in here. But sometimes when we get this card, it means, maybe you need to go get a checkup or something. Nothing serious. I'm not getting that energy. But I am getting a rebirth for this, and something that you've been waiting for a while is coming in. So just know that, keep that optimism, maybe do some visualization like we were talking about just a few minutes ago. Very powerful. Whatever that goal is for you, just really visualize it actually happening and attach the energy of success to it. In other words, think of something that you accomplished in your life that you were really happy, you couldn't wait to run home and tell somebody or share your news. Go into that energy and then picture it happening with the goal you currently have. And that way you tell the universe what you really want to accomplish, that beautiful, successful, energized, accomplished feeling on the thing that you are manifesting now. All right. Next card's going to be for Monica, my beautiful Monica. Monica, I hope you are pursuing next level of Reiki or some energy healing, because I just got, again, I always do for you. I feel really strongly that you are meant to be a practicing healer. So please pursue that. I got the Knight of Wands, Monica. this is perhaps some kind of an emergency situation, but I don't think it's bad. I feel like you're going to hear something really, I have a call. I feel like you're going to hear something that you've been waiting to hear about for a while. Hi, welcome to the Soul Space.
Hi, Georgia. It's Christine.
Hey, how are you doing? Can you just hold on for Can you hold for 1 second, hon?
Sure.
So, Monica, this card, I feel, usually when I get this card, it's also my Archangel Michael card. So if you've been praying to him or invoking him, know that he is really around you. But I feel like this is something that comes very quick, very fast, very unexpected change. But it's something you've been waiting for a while and almost like forgot about. So I would definitely, if there's anything you've been waiting to hear, put some good juju on that and think about what you want to manifest because it's coming. Hey, Christine, how are you?
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
I
missed you like 3 weeks.
Oh, well, you got me now, and that's all that counts, right?
I know. You're right. So what I was talking about before is, I'm in robot mode because I have to be, and then I choose to be. So number one is my mom. She's home from the hospital, and she's, back at it, but we're still waiting for some results on Friday. But every time I go to take care of myself, it's like something always hits me in the face. And I'm always the one that's up to task, and it's like I call myself a robot because you just, what you were saying before, you go.
Right.
And then there's other people's karma that I put myself into, I involve myself in because I feel bad for them, because they've been my friend for a long time, and I'm an empathetic, sympathetic person.
You are.
And I just feel like I just can't let somebody, go do this on their own. I don't know.
I think those feelings are very honorable. I think those feelings are really honorable. Couple of things go through my head because I've been there. I remember a decade ago, I had 2 sick parents at the same time. And it was like, which nursing home am I going to today, So a couple of things come to mind, though, as you were talking, because I was going into your energy. And I know that you definitely are depleted, but I also know that you are someone who will rise to the occasion. If you had 105 fever and you were in bed and someone called you, you would get out of bed and help them. That's just the person you are, and that is to be honored and commended. But I think that what we all do sometimes is we forget to include ourselves in our life. And even when we're in that robot mode and we have to rise to the occasion and we have to be there for parents who are ailing, or children, or whoever, friends, whoever, it's a choice in our life, a conscious choice to, even if it's 5 minutes, to take time out to be with ourselves and to include ourselves in something. And if you really look in your life, and I say this with no judgment, I just say it as somebody who's been there, like, there are ways that we can practice that self-care. I'll give you an example. I've been on a work tear the last few days, and you know how that is. I know you sell real estate as well, and I'm a realtor, and I also work a regular job for the company that I sell for. And so sometimes my time is just not my own. So
right.
I know, especially now with the energy coming in April, that I have to meditate every day and I have to do my spiritual practices. And sometimes it's almost laughable. I'm like, how am I ever going to do that? So last night I made a conscious effort and I set my alarm like 20 minutes earlier. And I get up every day at 6 o'clock. So I am not a 5:30 person, believe me. But I set my alarm like 20 minutes earlier because I knew it was so important for me to be in front of my altar meditating when I had such a busy day. And I wanted to do that because of this place I come, the Soul Space, and I wanted to have something to bring. And I knew if I just like got up, ate my breakfast, ran to work, did this Zoom, did this video, went to this house, that I wouldn't be able to be here tonight in the way I wanted to. I would be depleted.
Right.
I wouldn't know what I was doing, etc. So my point being that we have choices. So I know that you are a devoted person to everyone around you. You would give the shirt off your back. But sometimes we need to do that for ourselves. And sometimes we need to say, even we have to go to the house and make sure mom, is fed or be there when she showers or whatever it is. And sometimes we can say, you know what, I don't need to be there at 5. I can be there at 5:30 because I just want to sit in this chair for 15 minutes. Even something as simple as that is self-care. And that's that's the first thing that came to mind, because I know things like that get me through my life right now. I'm really trying to make serious choices of even if it's 10 minutes, I'm going to go put on a guided meditation or do something, you know?
Exactly. That's why I set my clock tonight for soul space and took a bath while I was listening to
Beautiful.
you.
Love
And
it.
every single word you said hit home. I was writing as you were talking. I'm like, she's just saying everything that I'm feeling. But now it's back to me. I want to start going back to the gym again tomorrow, eat healthy, and I have to take care of me. So it's focused on Christine time.
Right.
But everything you said, and this April energy, and you're right, the tinnitus is crazy.
It's
but
just
I'm
like,
dealing
even
with it.
driving to the studio, I thought I was going to get killed. Like, people are nuts out there. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. I don't want to take up too much time, but thank you so much. Maybe you could pull a card.
Yes. And the other thing I was
Okay.
going to say to you really, really quick is, and I'm just very talky tonight, but the other thing I was going to say to you really quick is, when we get in these modes of self-care, like we want to do everything, I do that all the time. Just pick one thing. Like, don't be like, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to walk around the block, I'm going to do my work. Just pick one thing, and like, this week I'm going to do this. And then
Right.
next week I'll do, because that sets you up for success. Hun, you got the Queen of Cups, which is,
Okay.
I think this is your mom. I'm going to pick a couple of cards for her. Yeah. So what I'm going to say to you, I'm flipping these. So what I'm going to say to you is, this is also about new beginnings. I feel like both you and your mom are the Queen of Cups, and that would be a water sign female. What sign is your mom?
She's Scorpio.
Yeah. So this is definitely your mom. I feel like this is a new beginning for you. You're going to start to see the world in a different way, just even in regards to like the conversation we were just having. I feel like this really is the new beginning. Like, this is the new point for you, because I've got this beautiful card of action, which is the Three of Wands, looking out on the world like anything is possible for you. And then this Ace of Wands is new beginnings. So I think that as you start to take more self-care, I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised, because I think in the back of your mind you worry that it'll affect relationship with mom because you won't be doing as much for her. But I think it's actually going to help your relationship with mom, because she's going to see you much happier.
I think so, too, because that's all she wants from me.
Yeah, so that's
all she
what. See,
wants,
the cards
yeah.
are confirming it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So you know what you got to do, honey.
Wow. Yep. Get healthy, one thing at a time, not everything. Take a piece, a bite
Yeah,
of the sandwich, not the whole thing.
Because when we put too much on our plate, we're going to fail. We can't eat it all. Just eat one thing at a
Right.
time, you know?
Yep. All right, sweetie. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you, too. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
So next one, I got Janine, I got Christine, I got Monica. Joanna Maya, we're going to take a card for you. Joanne's been having some stuff going on, too. And then after Joanne, I'm going to do Anne Rothney. So Joanne, let's see what's going on in your life today. Just feel like I got to shuffle a lot for you. I'm feeling a lot of energy around you, Joanne. I feel like you're having some challenges, but that within like the month, I'd say May is a really different energy for you. That's kind of what I'm getting. So just try and get through this month. Stay grounded. Keep like really trying to stay the course. Yep. Yeah, these are some challenges for you. Joanne, I feel like you're going to definitely triumph over this energy. I feel like the first card I got was the Empress, which is a Venus card, Venus, the planet of love and value. So you are being tested right now in that regard, of what's important to you, these structures in your life falling a little bit. But I also feel that you come out okay, because I've got the Queen of Swords card. The Queen of Swords is someone who sits on the throne. She's very pragmatic, very diplomatic, very fair and balanced. This is an energy showing that you will find the solutions to whatever challenges you're facing. And then I have my Capricorn card, which is the Devil, Major Arcana card. This is self-imposed imprisonment. So when I get that card in a spread like this, it tells me that you really have to keep your energy positive. Don't let negative thoughts come in, because if you do, it could really change and sway things for you. So make sure that you're showing the universe the positivity that you want. Practice that visualization, visualizing your ideal outcome until you actually feel the essence of it. You know, Greg Braden, who is a great teacher, you can watch him on the Gaia channel. He's written a ton of books. He always says that when you want to manifest something, you don't wish it into being. He talks about the Indians that he, in New Mexico, there's a tribe that he kind of hangs out with and lives with, or whatever, once in a while he lives down there. And he was talking about how when they need rain, they don't wish for rain, they feel rain. They actually go into a space in their mind in a meditation where they're feeling the rain, they're smelling the mud, they're feeling the ground absorbing water. They're in the rain. So when we visualize or we want to manifest something, we have to feel it, we have to become it, we have to be it as though it is actually happening. And that is how we draw the energy into our life. So, Joanne, keep your thoughts pure and try and manifest the ideal outcomes for yourself throughout this month by visualizing the ideal outcomes. Okay? Next is Anne. Hope you're doing really well. Okay, Anne. Always get children around you, Anne. I don't know why. Just always do. Okay. Okay, Anne, everything that you want manifesting, everything that you're wishing comes true, you have the ability to do it. One of the best cards in the deck for all your dreams and wishes and the ability to create things in your life is the World card. And I just got that card. So it's in the middle of the spread. The first energy that I got was a male energy around you. If a male energy, someone who's either a fire sign, Aries, Leo, something of that nature, or acts like a fiery person, male. I feel like there's a challenge with that, and I feel like it will resolve because you have the power behind you of positivity. I also got the Hangman card in the right side up, and this is a card of indecision. So if there's something to do with the situation with this male in your life, I feel like it may be son or nephew or something. At first I got dad, but now I feel like it's younger, so I don't know. But I feel like you're indecisive about this, and I want you to know that you have the power to change it. Don't be indecisive. Sometimes you have to be a little aggressive, and I feel like you need to be aggressive and follow your instincts because the World card is telling me that if you do that, it's all going to come out okay. So I hope that works for you. Whoops. Okay, going to pull a card for Linda DeMori. My Linda. Got to get together with my Linda soon. Linda, they're showing me crystals. I don't know if you just bought crystals, if you have crystals you're holding right now or near you. I'm seeing crystals, and I'm seeing amethyst color and like a yellowish orange. So if you do not have those crystals, I don't know if you use crystals, maybe get an amethyst and a citrine or a carnelian. Carnelian, I feel like ambition, and also that you're undergoing an awakening in this energy. Your ability to connect has been really amplified and heightened. So I don't know if you can in the comments, just tell me if you've got crystals around you or with you, because that's coming in really strong. So, my cousin's on, Suzanne, I love you. So I'm definitely getting crystals around you, Linda, and I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. I have to put them this way because of the camera. Yeah, this is what I said this evening about taking on other people's karma and burdens really resonates for you with me right now with these cards. I'm getting the 10 of Wands, which makes me think you are taking on things that you shouldn't, that don't belong to you, problems that don't belong to you, sweetie. So stay in your lane and self-care, because a lot of this stuff that's happening is not your burden. Don't carry it. Be empathetic, but don't take it on. And then money coming your way. So if there's something that is a project or something that you want to do it. Free yourself and do it, because I see a lot of coin coming in. Maybe it's something to do with the crystals. I don't know. Maybe you use crystals to do readings or do things, and you're going to do more of that. But I definitely feel that coming through. Jackie, I'm going to do card for Jackie. Where is my Jackie? Got to back up. I saw Jackie on here. Here she is. Going to do Jackie. Jackie is my yoga teacher. Let's see, Long Island Yoga Studio in Babylon. Everybody go there. It's the best place ever. It is the best place ever. It's like I walk in there, that's my real home. And I am sorely in need of it. So for Jackie, I feel like there's expansion, energy of expansion around you. And again, Queen of Cups comes up. Water sign female. I know you have a lot of Sag in your chart, but I don't remember what else you are. But I feel like this is you. And new beginnings. Look at that. Oh my gosh, got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I'm going to stop right there. If we can get a camera on the table, Bob. This is like, I feel really good energy because I feel like expanding. I know you were talking about doing some renovation, and if you're doing that, it's like beautiful. It's going to maybe have a little setback, but then when you move forward, it actually turns out better than it was going to. This is you sitting on the throne, empathetic, compassionate, spiritual, guiding people. And then this is the new beginning, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also a new beginning in love, and I know you had gotten engaged over the holidays. So if you've set your date or you're setting your date, this would be a really great time to set the date, not do the ceremony, but set the date. I feel really good, expansive energy around this. So lots of really good decisions coming your way. Just don't move too fast. On Elaine, we're going to do Elaine Risotto. Elaine gave me a reading Friday night that blew me out of the water. I don't read my own cards. Most psychics can't. And Elaine and Lynn from It's All in the Reading Tarot, you can find them on Facebook. They read me. I've sent so many people there, and they all like dead on. I mean, it's amazing, those two ladies. I love them. Won't go to nobody else. All right. So Elaine, you know you're flying. Your ability to read is getting better and better. Knight of Wands comes in for you, and the King of Wands. So this is son and husband. This is son and husband coming in, something unexpected that they're going to do together. Maybe it's an unexpected visit or something, but I feel like your son and your husband are both like galloping together, that they're going to come in, maybe surprise you with something. Or maybe go into a business together. That's what I'm getting. So take that with you. All right, Elaine? And Donna, I'm going to pull a card for Donna. This is for Donna's health. Okay. Oh, that's good. Anne says she's a Gemini and she's been feeling more comfortable lately. Yeah, because that's the air sign. So you're definitely going to feel better. And also you're going to feel more comfortable because the nodes of the moon are no longer in Gemini. They've now gone into Taurus and Scorpio. So a lot of your, changing and irritability and discomfort would go away after that. So, okay, this card is for Donna Barilli. Donna, we said this is for your health, and I'm getting a Ace of Pentacles, which is new beginnings for you, and Temperance. So I know you have the patience of a saint. So keep going the way you're doing. Keep steadying the way that you're doing. You're on the right track. I think this is really good energy for you. We're all sending you love. This is the Temperance card, which is about balance. So don't overdo. Do not overdo. Don't think you can run a marathon. Okay? All right. Next card I'm just going fast. So I want to get everybody in. Carrie Ann, got to do a card for you. Yes, visualization, Susie. Suzanne Lepic is my cousin. If you're upstate, she does readings up there. Someday I hope to have her here and on the show. I would love to do that. We could probably do it by Zoom because she'll tell you the story of our ancestors. And Susie has tarot cards that were our grandfathers, that are like from the turn of the century. And sometimes she reads with them. She read me with them a couple of years ago already almost. It's like a year and a half. Geez, we got to get together. Okay, so this is for Carrie Ann. They're telling me to pick from the middle of the deck, Carrie Ann, for you. Carrie Ann, oh my gosh, I got the Two of Cups. This is love, Carrie Ann. I don't know what you're doing or if you're ready or if you got some good juju going on, but you're putting out the vibe. Definitely. I got the two best cards in the deck for you, Carrie. It is the Two of Cups, which is all about love and soulmate love. And then I got the Nine of Cups, which is all about abundance. So a lot of good things coming your way. This is definitely an abundant month for you, Carrie Ann. So that's a great couple of cards. Just scrolling down here. White Light Donna. Oh, yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about, I thought that was the name of somebody. For some reason, when you said White Light Donna, I immediately thought of Stevie Nicks. Don't ask me why. The energy is just so freaking weird. Yes, Donna, white light to you. Donna has been through so much, and she's like the bionic woman, my friend. Okay, did I miss anybody? I'm looking down here. Sarah, my faithful companion, Sarah. Sarah is such a wonderful supporter of my work. She's from Virginia. I love her. And we're going to pull a couple of cards for Sarah. Sarah, for some reason, I know you have a granddaughter, and she just popped into my head. Everything is fine with her. I do feel something with the granddaughter, though. So I just pulled a heartbreak card for you. I don't know, maybe was your granddaughter living with you and now she's moved out or something? Or I feel like there's a little bit of a separation. I don't know. I could be getting it wrong, but I feel like you definitely are having a challenge or something. But granddaughter popped in my head right away. Again, this card keeps coming up, and this was what I talked about in the show was the karma. And this card is the, carrying burdens that aren't yours. So came up for a lot of people. It's coming up from you too. I have the heartbreak card here. Could be in the past. Maybe we're coming up on an anniversary of something and you're reliving some loss or heartbreak. Because the other card that I pulled is the Ten of Pentacles, which is all abundance, but can also be a little bit of nostalgia. So just, if you're thinking about the past or thinking gloomy thoughts, Sarah, go into compassion and love for yourself because you're such a beautiful soul. I want you to be joyous and happy. All right? She's still with you. It's so weird. I don't know why I'm feeling like that. Maybe she's getting a little older. Is she going to be starting school next year or starting a program or something? I feel like, I don't know, she popped into my head. Beautiful, beautiful child. I feel like she has ability, very spiritual energy there. So after me on Strong Island comes Tea Time with Teresa, and she's always got like Hollywood stars and people in the biz on, and it's really a cool show. We've got so many things going on Strong Island. Let me just look and see if there was anything else I wanted to touch on tonight, and if anybody has anything they want to say in the comments. Oh, you feel like you've been reliving things. Yes, I feel like that's why I said it could be something nostalgic, like you're going into the past and bringing in heavy energy. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to pull a card for Joanne. I forgot to pull one for Joanne. Everybody give Joanne a shout out. Her I think it's her daughter is having a baby. She just went to the baby shower over the weekend. I saw photos online. Everybody give her a shout out and just send some love to each other. Everybody who's in the Zenkuda Soul Space community tonight, just send some love. I was supposed to have a guest on tonight. She will be on next Monday, Laura Kubish. She's going to talk to us all about meditations with horses and horse therapy and horse energy and animal energy. So this is for Joanne. Got the Queen of Swords for you, Joanne. If you are wondering anything about prosperity or money, keep going because hard work does pay off. Queen of Swords, strong feminine energy around you. I think that's your mom. She's around you, guiding you. Let her do that. And then you also need quiet time. I feel like if you will be quiet with the swords, Ten of Swords, just take some quiet repose because I think that you are starting to be negative about a situation. And if you really think about it, you're going to get much more positive. But mom is around you, so let her guide you. Take some quiet time to feel her energy. All right. So that is my show for tonight. I want to tell you guys all where to find me. You can find me on Zenkuda on YouTube, where all of our shows are put after we record them. You can also watch replays of this show and other shows on channel 115 Cablevision at 8 o'clock on Monday nights. They usually run the show from the past week. And you can find me on Zenkuda Official on Instagram and Zenkuda on Facebook, Zenkuda by Georgia Rose. If you want a private reading, a healing session, I do phone work, I do Zoom, FaceTime. You can come to my studio and I can also do a reading there. So whatever you want, I do astrology charts, I do psychic readings, I do mediumship, I do it all. So come on, talk to me and come on down and we'll give you some spiritual guidance. So have a great night, everybody, and I hope to see you next Monday in the Soul Space when we will have Laura Kubis on. Have a great night. Bye-bye.